You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Big Q Reaction, bro. Welcome to my YouTube, Twitch page, whatever y'all want to call it. Just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? It's on. Look, right now we about to react to that T Grizzly shit going on. You feel me? They trying to do doggy bone wrong, but you feel me? I don't know about it. You feel me? So we about to tune in and try to see what this white boy cooked up about this nigga. Cause evidently he knows some shit we don't know. But personally, do I think he did it? Hell no. I think y'all trolling. You feel me? Cause a motherfucker made it. Y'all trying to sacrifice my nigga T. That's what y'all doing. Yeah. Y'all trying to get him to join the Illuminati. You think I don't know about that shit? Yeah, I know about it. Oh my mama, I swear to God, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh my mama, I swear to God. I know, let me stop playing.
This game ain't a race, it's a marathon. You talking to the boss, I'm a trapper thon. They play me in the streets, I'm a rapper now. Certified street nigga, born trapper. Niggas quick to run they list, but they won't move a bag. You won't pick your man up, you see he feel up bad. Y'all still beefing over bitches, man, that shit so sad.
Y'all already know Trapmore Ross be, he be having some, he be having some scoop. If y'all not subscribed to his channel, man, go subscribe to Trap Boy Ross channel. Trap Boy Ross be cooking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nerdy white ass be on point. You feel me? Bro. Matter of fact, I ain't even subscribed to the nigga channel. Yeah, I'm telling y'all to go subscribe. I ain't even subscribed to this shit. Hold on, gang. Just because I'm a real nigga, you feel me? I'ma subscribe, feel me? Y'all go subscribe too, bro. I'm a real nigga, you feel me? Plus, I watch this shit anyway, so it ain't like it ain't like it's like a bad subscription, you feel me? You feel me? Now, we about to get into this video, see what he talking about. And you feel me? Y'all gonna get my, how I feel about the situation. You hear me? But personally, do I think T has something to do with that shit, man? Hell no, y'all trolling, man. Bro, they trolling my nigga T, bro. Let's get to it, man. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow, man. I ain't about to do too much of the whoopty wop. You follow me, you don't, fuck you. But no, I ain't fuck you, but damn, you can't follow a nigga, bro. I'm just saying, it's only, look, all you gotta do is click that button right there. Look, it's right there. Just click it. Thank you. Gosh, it wasn't even that hard. I want a nigga to flip out early as hell. Feel me? Want to take the shirt off, show some of these muscles, you know. I want to show these muscles, I'm gonna keep it tucked, Yeah, ain't no muscles there. Fuck y'all. Like, damn, we in your shad, we waiting. Damn, chill out. It gonna get started. You can't watch me. You feel me? You can't watch me because I'm him. You feel me? You can't watch me, but you want to rush me. Make that make sense. I'm gonna start dropping my cash app down with all my shit right here, all my links. Look, that's my Instagram, runitup.q. That's my Facebook, Michigan Q. And this my Twitch, Detroit Biggest Op, man. Come on, you know what it is. Let's get to it. No, I got one more thing. I'm joking with y'all. But no, I do got one more thing. Follow my gaming page. Everything gonna be in this bio of this video. All my links. All in the bio. My Discord, you wanna chat. My gamer, where I be on, when I be online, you come jump online with me. I ain't the coldest, but I do get down on that Warzone and that 2K. I'm telling you, but let's get to the video. But what say now? I'm gonna get to the video, y'all. Like, God damn, nigga, shut up.
Latest news has just come out from Detroit. T Grizzley is in a hell of a situation. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of what looks like misinformation going around about this situation. But people, I've got the goods. I've got unseen stuff. I've got things that you will not see anywhere else. Right here in this video.
And this white boy got everything.
And try and get to the bottom of this, frankly, insane situation regarding T Grizzley. So let's just go all the way back to the beginning. Right, it was back in 2019 when a very, very unfortunate situation happened to Detroit rapper T Grizzley. His auntie, Jabina JB Whitaker Brown, I've got a picture of her here in this document. And sorry about the low resolution, but there's a lot of posts relating to JB that have, interestingly enough, been deleted. So some of what you're going to see in this video might be a little bit low quality, but I'm coming at you with the exclusives.
Well, damn,
a lot of stuff of this has been deleted, and we're finding old old re-uploads of this stuff. But T. Grizzley's aunt, Jabina Whitaker Brown, was his manager. He actually said in this throwback post about her, it said, "My manager, my auntie, my big homie, if you die, I can't tell the story because I'm dying with you." An affluent management team. Now, this is an interesting scenario because, like, I've never seen anything like this. You definitely see rappers bring their families into their careers, into their management, all of that kind of thing. But it looked like, you know, T. Grizzley's proximity to the streets, having come from Detroit, having been involved in, you know, serious gang situations over there, it seemed like the streets ultimately did bleed into his music career, and his auntie did end up losing her life in a shooting. And this was very big news in the music scene. It was very big news in Detroit, and it was all over the place. So let's just take a quick recap of the news reporting on that event, on that murder. And we're just going to kind of go through things chronologically. We're going to get to the crazy rumors right at the end, but I'm just going to give you all of the information chronologically so you can actually follow what's going on and how these events unfolded as they happened. So, yeah, it was all over the news, and when it happened, a lot of people were just, you know, very confused, very upset about this tragic incident.
Well, she managed T. Grizzley, one of Detroit's most popular rappers, but earlier this week, Jabina Brown was shot and killed on the city's east side. Tonight, we're hearing from a local radio show host who worked with Brown. 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash joins us live from the scene to tell us how Brown is being remembered and what police are saying. Anu.
Well, Glenda, Detroit police tell me that homicide investigators are still working on this case, still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting here on 3 Mile Road just off of Mack. Meanwhile, those who knew Brown say she was kind-hearted and a hard worker.
She was a sweetheart. She was a good person. She was the type of person that would do whatever, you know, she could to help you.
She was solid too. I ain't gonna lie. I met her once. When I say she was solid, she was solid.
First got to know Jabina Brown 3 years ago. He called her JB. She was the manager and aunt of Detroit rapper T. Grizzley. She also managed Detroit rapper Sada Baby. Sources say on Tuesday night around 9:30, the 41-year-old was sitting in a Chrysler 300 with 2 other men here on 3 Mile just off of Mack. Police say as one of the men got out of the car, she was shot and killed.
JB, I love you. I miss you, but I will never forget about you. You were a queen, and you were...
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, look, man, Detroit is a wicked place. I'm trying to tell you, like, Detroit is wicked, man. Y'all don't know this because y'all ain't from Detroit, but, man, Detroit is wicked as hell. I'm trying to tell y'all. If you know, you know, like, Detroit wicked, bro. They'll pop you for your girl. They'll pop you for your glasses. They'll pop you for your jewelry. They'll pop you for your shoes. They'll pop you just because you look funny. They'll pop you just because. Oh, bro. Shit wicked in the city like that. I'm telling you. They'll pop you if you rap and you don't rap with them. Oh, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Man, these white ears will pop you just because you did a song with a motherfucker. They don't like. I'm telling you, it get like that in Detroit. I'm trying to tell you so, man. It's wicked out here.
Social media from people across the country, those who've gotten to know Brown, and some who are fans of T. Grizzley. Bushman says Brown was a young woman who was committed and kind.
It was like her first time managing, but she grasped the knowledge of how to manage an artist and was running with it. And he's been very successful.
So what we're seeing here really is like somebody that's extremely involved, not only in T. Grizzley's music career, but also, you know, the Detroit music scene. T. Grizzley has established himself as one of the most kind of serious street rappers to come out of the city in recent years. And as a result, JB's become very entrenched in the music industry. So, you know, she's gotten to know the radio host. She's gotten to know the local kind of music moguls within the community around T. Grizzley's career. And I think that's why it makes it so crazy that this ended up happening, because this is clearly a professional woman. Look, I don't know the complete ins and outs, but she's not presenting as a street figure. She's not presenting as involved in the gang. She's not presenting as, you know, running this career as a front for some kind of criminal activity. She seems like a real, you know, businesswoman that's in the industry, and really the last person you'd expect something like this to happen to.
Hearing about her death, he shared this video of Brown in the studio with T. Grizzley in May of 2018. She was fixing his hair, taking care of him like Bushman says she always would.
I wanted to share something for people to remember her by. When you're behind the scenes, you don't always get the credit.
I want to know what's outside of being real auntie.
And I want people to understand who she was and what she meant to T. Grizzly, Sada.
And as he continues to pay tribute to her, he just hopes the questions surrounding who took her life won't remain unanswered much longer.
Just want to know why. What made you do that? You know, what caused you? What was going on in your mind and in your life that you felt like you had to pull a gun out and pop?
So obviously a lot of people are trying to get to the bottom of this. They're wondering, you know, what is it that's going on? What is it that you could have possibly done that made people want to, you know, kill her in cold blood? And you know, it was a big news story. It was news all over the place. You know, a bunch of different news outlets reported on it. They spoke to people at the scene. They did breakdowns of the situation. And there's a bunch of. I think we should just take a look at, you know, some of the other reporting on the situation and just keep getting a build up of exactly how serious this was and how big of a news this was when it happened, what this was all about. And as you're going to see in a minute, the local police were really trying to get to the bottom of this.
The search continues this morning for the gunman who shot and killed the manager and aunt of Detroit rapper T. Grizzley. 41-year-old Jabina Brown was shot in the area of 3 Mile Drive and Mack Avenue.
T is supposed to put a bag on their head.
Now, this is an update to a story that we.
So the cops were serious, and a $2,500 reward was offered for info about the murder of T. Grizzly's aunt. Now, I'd say that's a little bit low, to be completely honest with you, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe that's what they had at the budget at the time. But yeah, that's what went on. So, you know, a $2,500 reward was offered to basically find any leads that would lead to an arrest in this situation. The 41-year-old was hit by gunfire and lost her life. There really wasn't anything you could say, right?
You know, I ain't trying to be funny.
This was a little while after. This was March 19th, 2020. The incident happened in August 2019. So nearly a year.
Bro, 2,500, bro. 2,500. 2,500. 2,500.
It wasn't just T. Grizzly that would be mourning either. Sada Baby, another Detroit rapper who kind of locked in over there, essentially had to identify the body of T. Grizzly's aunt. And this is a Vlad TV clip where he's speaking on that and just kind of sharing the really sad aftermath of this incident and what ended up happening.
Yeah, do that one. Okay. Yeah, because that case open. That case is open. Okay, and so they haven't solved it yet.
It says Sada Baby on having to identify the body as T. Grizzly aunt. Why Sada Baby got to identify the body? Was he there? I don't know. I'm just asking, so don't get to like, oh, what you trying to say? I'm just action. I'm just asking. Like, cause why do he gotta review the body? Like, oh, I don't know.
Okay, I got you. I didn't realize that.
Talk about whatever motherfuckers want to talk about.
Well, I'm sorry, man. That's a tough situation to go through. She her dad and her.
So people are posting this on the Detroit gang subreddit, Crime in the D, saying, what if he knows something? And really the consensus seems to be that maybe there's more than meets the eye with this story. But in the aftermath of the incident, obviously T. Grizzly was heartbroken. You know, publicly he honored her on Instagram, but interestingly, it was a post that was actually deleted. So this post that he posted in honor of her after she passed away, interestingly, has been deleted from his account now. A lot of people are saying that's quite unusual. You know, if this is your aunt and she was killed and you have all this, you know, love and admiration for her, why would you delete?
Right.
Like,
that don't make sense right there, though. Like, why you delete the post?
The caption and the post.
But he was rebranding himself, though, so it probably got deleted by a team or something.
Essentially, he basically posted, "Since I was 12, we've been going everywhere together. How have you gone to heaven without me? I don't even know what to say, JB. I just wanted to show the world your smile. I love you so much." So, you know, T. Grizzly basically is now posting. He's posted that. He's deleted it as time gone on. Now, look, I don't think him deleting the post that's in tribute to his aunt is necessarily proof that he did anything, that he had anything to do with it. You know, maybe you're going through heartache. Maybe you just don't want that on your page. Maybe you don't want to be reminded of the heartbreaking situation. Who knows? Okay, that doesn't mean anything. But at the same time, it is interesting that tribute would have been deleted, right? And he did another post that was also deleted that I couldn't find the post itself. It was only a month after the incident when T. Grizzly releases this tribute song. It's called Savage, which is actually her middle name, and essentially is paying tribute to his fallen aunt after this situation that happened. And what's interesting about this is he has a couple of lyrics in here which I thought are really interesting to look back at now, because obviously, look, we're going to get into it in a minute, but a lot of people have this ridiculous theory, this crazy theory that T Grizzly had some kind of romantic relationship with his own aunt, right? There's a lot of crazy theories we're going to get.
Hey, that's the craziest thing about shit. Every time you get close to anybody, they swear y'all, you feel me? Like, damn, bro, I can't just be cool. I can't be cool with my peoples. You know him and her messing around. Like, damn, we can't get money together. I just gotta be y'all look at me like I'm thrashing everything, huh? I can't even go shit with whoop through wop because you think I'm whooping and whopping. You feel me? I'm not whooping and whopping. Y'all tweaking. Bro. Y'all tweaking on bro. Even girls think like that. Who you with? What you doing? Like I'm woo. Oh, what y'all was doing? Y'all was whooping? Like, damn. I can't just chill. I can't just get money. I gotta be whooping and whopping. That's crazy though. That's crazy. If I said it's family, why you still questioning the family? Why you making rumors trying to say I'm whooping and whopping when I'm just getting some moolah, some guapping? You feel me? Y'all don't feel me. It's cool because y'all ain't getting guapa. You feel me? But y'all probably say, oh, why you say guapa? Why you don't say money? Because y'all say money. I say I'm guapping over here, baby. Come fuck with your boy.
To him in a bit, they're saying he got her pregnant, they were together. Now he addresses that on the first lyric of this song all the way back in September 2019. He says, loved each other way more than we loved life. We were so close, people thought we had a love life. We loved each other way more than we loved life. All right, so T Grizzly is referring to his manager. People saying that they thought that they had a love life because they were so close. All right, now look, I haven't seen anything yet that seems to indicate that there was anything like that. And I think him making statements like this
people
6 years ago is kind of getting ahead of these rumors, right? We were so close, people thought we had a love life. I told my driver be on point, but he wasn't hearing me. Shots went off. I'm steady calling. You ain't answering me. You scaring me. He's basically just going through the situation, breaking it all down, and addressing the heartbreak that he's going through at losing his aunt. But at the same time, elsewhere on the song, he does kind of make some indications that maybe some people thought, looking back now, are a little bit suspicious, right? There's rumors going on that maybe he had something to do with it, maybe he lined this up, and it does seem like there's some interesting lyrics where he's kind of overly confident of what actually ended up happening. He's saying, look how they tried to do me, but got JB. Man, that jealousy's so real. Man, that hate so deep. Man, that envy is so real. When you make it out these streets, you saw it wasn't me and still shot. What she do to you? We was just winning. Now I'm crying at your funeral. For every tear I shed, another 1,000 on your head. Now show your face and think I'm playing.
Nigga.
Now, I'm just reading these lyrics,
nigga,
and I'm feeling a little bit like
nigga,
it's almost like he's
face.
over-whooping. Now, look, I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that he was involved in this situation, but, all right, he's overly confident. He's saying, you saw it wasn't me and still shot. Like, how do you know? How did you know that they saw it wasn't you and still shot? How do you know they didn't just shoot up the car randomly, thinking?
Nigga, because he was rapping, nigga. You stupid white boy. You be pissing me off sometimes, Ross. I swear for God. You be over whooping, Ross. You be over whooping. Stop over whooping. It was rhyme. It's part of rapping. Evidently, they had to see it was a female when they started shooting. Niggas see who they shoot, folks. See, you ain't never shot shit, folks, so you don't know. Yo, stupid ass. Duh, he's saying like, nigga, when they ran up on a car, nigga, they know who their target was. So if they ran up on a car and see it was him, was like, fuck it. We can't catch him. We gonna send a message. That's how this shit go, folks. That's why you gotta be careful who in your circle, bro. You gotta be careful who you hang with, because motherfuckers that have a lot of drama and get around you, and his energy is transferred into you. You feel me? You can have pure energy, and a motherfucker with some fucked up energy gonna come around because he got a lot of bullshit going on, and he gonna fuck up your energy, gang. And your energy gonna get drained by this motherfucker, and the darkness that he brung to you can surround you, folks. That's what I'm trying. It can surround you, and once that shit surrounds you, bro, and you ain't got no outlet, you gone. And that's why you gotta watch who you bring around you. It ain't, I could love you, folks. I could love you, but I don't want you around me because you got bad energy, bro. I'm trying to be mindful. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm trying to be in my fucking shell. I'm trying to vibrate. And you want me to vibrate low when I'm trying to vibrate high, folks. That's the problem. A lot of motherfuckers. So he knew, like, motherfucker, when nigga came, nigga, even if nigga it was a setup, you feel me? It was for him. You feel me? Once they seen it in the car, like, fuck it. We gonna send a message. That's how it is. Like, they send messages. You feel me? He was hurt by it while you trying to overlook his motherfucking shit, folks. Your ass tweaking, smack your ass when I see you.
He even goes on to say, JB, I wish I was sitting outside with you and was in the back of that car with you. Okay, you know
your favorite rapper wouldn't never let them guys get at you.
I would have shot him, left him dying, leaking in the street.
Facts.
Wouldn't have ran, would have smoked the runts and watched that man go to sleep. And you think they came for her? Man, you know they came for me. So he's really putting that message across, saying they definitely came for me. You think they came for her? They came for me. They took my heart and my brains. They know I can't think. They're basically just pushing that narrative that they came for me and, they didn't go for JB on purpose. There's this one lyric here where he actually says, they found a murder weapon, bro. It's going to be hard to beat. First offer 50 years, so it's hard to plead. So the indictment would actually explain that, we're going to get into this a little bit more later, but the alleged shooter in the incident, right, was caught with a gun that matched the ballistics of the bullet shell casings that were found at the scene, consistent with the shooting. But this actually happened on October the 19th, 2019. So this happened a month after T Grizzley released this song. And it's got to just be a coincidence, but it's quite unusual that this song that came out in September, 1 month after the incident, says they found a murder weapon, it's going to be hard to beat. And then suddenly, like a month after that, they're actually finding the murder weapon. And then, it takes an entire year for them to do a microscopic analysis of the cartridges, casings that were found at the scene with the gun that was found on the individual that they're saying that has something to do with this. So it's a little bit strange, just a little bit coincidental, but T Grizzley can't possibly have known that. This song was made and released before that happened. But again, it's just very unusual. It's just very strange. There's a lot of quite strange little things going on with this story that just don't really quite make sense. And that they saying, I don't care if it's the mayor, $1 million on his head, a whole ticket on it.
That nigga say I'm putting $1 million on the mayor head. Niggas think I'm playing. Oh, bro, he ready to whack something.
You're on a song talking about putting money on people's head. I'll put $1 million on their head to get back at them. Now, I would just say it sounds like T Grizzley, he's talking a little bit hot. He's talking a little too openly about this get back and this revenge to really be doing it, if that makes sense. Suddenly goes viral, there's news clips about it, and T Grizzley's message is then being pushed.
Well, a new music video by Detroit rapper T Grizzley reveals he fears for his own life after the murder of his aunt last month. But there's talk of a bounty on the head of her killer, and it seems to promote a vicious cycle. Seven Action News reporter Rudy Harper is live to...
I just want to really just drive home, the nuance of this, right? How strange is it that you've got a guy, his aunt gets killed, he's making a song talking about, I'm putting money on the heads, I've got $1 million, I've got a whole ticket for whoever did this to get them killed. But it's that's being reported on the news it's almost like something good, reports of a bounty, it's very strange. You didn't see this kind of thing with Lil Durk. You didn't see people making news clips about Lil Durk promising to get revenge for King Von and promising to slide for Von. Maybe because it's not, an auntie, a supposed civilian in the situation, but it's even just making a news report about your plans to slide for your auntie is just extremely unusual.
Explain.
And Carolyn, there are strong emotions in this song by the Billboard artist. For the first time, he's expressing his feelings, even rapping. He fears for his own life.
All right, let's not get me in trouble there.
Detroit artist T Grizzley shares an emotional tribute to his aunt and roadside manager who was murdered in Detroit. Action News at the scene near 3 Mile and Mack Avenue a month ago where shots rang out.
You look productive. I got an idea of what we need to do.
While declining to speak specifically about the artist, Zeke, a local activist with New Era Detroit, says they are pushing forward to end the cycle of gun violence, starting with children.
Kids is
the future. Everything we do has to be directed towards the youth.
So, look, we've basically got the Stop the Violence campaigns popping off. T Grizzly's promising to put money on people's heads. Moving militant after this incident happened, moving absolutely crazy, and just rolling around breaking laws, basically. I mean, this video kind of angered me a little bit because it's just kind of like, bro, that's not how you can behave. Like, got guys just hanging guns out the window. See, like T Grizzly's rolling around in his Rolls Royce drop top, right? And he's basically got a bunch of goons sliding around in cars, basically trying to keep a perimeter around him, leaning out the window with guns. Now, I don't know why he wasn't charged with this, because I'm pretty sure in America you can't roll around with an armed militia hanging guns out of the window. It's not really acceptable, not really an organized way of conducting your society.
You gotta make sure.
You know, he was out here moving this way, you know, having goons lean out the window and threaten people on the highway, just threaten members of the public with guns. And apparently this is how you're allowed to move after your auntie gets killed.
Hey, man, that nigga ain't shit, man. That nigga Trap Ross ain't shit, man. Trap Ross did his ass with one good time, folks. You feel me, chat? He need his ass with one good time. He ain't never caught a good ass whooping yet, folks. I can tell. About to get that dumb ass smoked out there. Niggas big as hell, though, too. Look, they was about to cook. Hey, they was about to cook his ass, boy. You better cook. They was about to light that boy up.
You see that? Now, where's the T Grizzly indictment? To be honest, I mean, I could probably send this to the FBI. That's really no way to behave in a civilized America, in a civilized nation. But that's how T Grizzly.
Where the T Grizzly indictment? Damn, Ross. Damn, that's the narrative you pushing. Oh yeah, folks got to get them glasses knocked off his head, folks. One good time, folks. I'm about to put some money on Ross here, bro. I got 500, bro. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. Somebody finesse his glasses, bro. Now holler at me, bro. We indict that, bro. Indict that. Yeah, we on that. Indict that.
Entire thing yet. I know a lot of people have grabbed clips from it, but a lot of people are saying that the way he kind of told the story and how everything went down just kind of like didn't necessarily completely make sense, and that he was maybe over whooping a little bit. So let's take a little look at that interview and just.
Bro, this nigga just. Bro. Did he just say over whooping? Ross said over whooping, bro. He said he over whooping, bro. I'm gonna take a break off that one, bro. I'll be back, gang. I gotta take a break off that one. Hold on. I can read. He said over whooping. We gonna take a break. We gonna play 42 World. I'll be back.
Silly, what the fuck?
Oh, you must be from Gleason.
I'll be back, y'all.
Man, I'm busy. What it do, my baby?
42 World. Yeah, let me talk to him. They ain't never wanna cheer for me, I still did my thing. How you married to the game, but you ain't buy the bitch a ring? Shit happen every day, you gotta charge it to the game. You would catch all these before I let you play with my name. Certified street nigga, hustler, never been a lame. Just because we caught the same plays, we it's not the same. Quick to hit a moving target, feeling like I'm at a range. Yeah, you hear my shit, nigga? Glock got a switch on it, play me, it gon' rip on you. Walk a nigga down, I just fucked up my Rick Owens. 42 the world, ain't no niggas with his hoes. Bam in the K right now, all we do is talk pros.
As far as like actually what he was talking about and how he personally, outside of the music, recounted this incident. So this, I believe this interview took place in December of 2020, a few months, 4 months after the incident, 3 months after he released that song, promising to put $1 million on the heads of anyone responsible. And yeah, so here's what he had to say about it personally from the horse's mouth.
None of the food is good, bro. The blood out your auntie knew the passion that she had for you. Yeah. Was JB your auntie? That's a blood auntie? So it was she was my auntie, and she was my auntie because my uncle had married her. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I've been around her since I was 11, 12. You know what I'm saying?
I wanna know whatever happened to the uncle. Did the uncle die or some shit? or went to jail or went to prison. And they don't never talk about the uncle. You might about to say it though, for real. Trying to figure that out. Cause I'm still cool with one of my aunties. My uncle married. Still my auntie. I love her to death too.
So she saw you from the beginning from your rap career. Yeah. So what got her so involved with the business, your rap and getting your career started?
Because when I first came home, I had asked a lot of people in my family for a chance. Because this is what I was really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all help buy me a beat? I really want to rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just wasn't taking me serious. Like, you better go get a job. What you trying to rap for and all this other stuff.
Right.
That's crazy.
And she believed in it.
She believed in me. She was the only one. That first day out video, she paid for the video, bought the outfit I had on in the video, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what we playing right
I've been
here?
rocking ever since.
What we playing right here?
Call of Duty.
On the killing spree.
Modern Warfare. Definitely on the killing spree.
You nice with it?
Watch this. Hold on, watch this.
She
She quit her job to start managing.
Yeah. Did you when she said she wanted to do that, did you try to talk her out of it?
No, hell no, I ain't trying to talk her out of it. Because she already had money, so she was already straight for real.
Okay.
And I really needed that. And I saw that she was the only one that really believed. She was the only one I could trust for real. You know what I'm saying? So I was all for it.
Okay. Like I said, whenever she needed something, man, she would definitely reach out to me.
Yeah, and you know me, you and her linked up on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
You called me at the casino getting struck one time.
Yeah, I seen you over there, man. They fight your ass over there today?
They did.
So at this point, he ends up going, like, actually explaining the entire story of everything that happened that night. And this is the part that a lot of people have really poured over and really drilled into to try and get details, maybe try and catch him out. I'm just going to watch it with an open mind.
Yeah, man, can you kind of go over that night with us? I know y'all was at the studio. I seen you on Instagram.
Yeah, so we was at the studio with Guapo and Jason Hunter or whatever. And, I'm going to my cousin's house, my older cousin. Mm-hmm. He was real close with my pops. It's like my pop's brother. Mm-hmm. And I always try to, you know what I'm saying, show him some love because that's another wound we really ain't healed from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I went over there. And I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she's like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain areas, you just can't, you got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about where you at. I can go anywhere I want to.
Right.
But I got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm moving right, can't nothing happen to me. So I'm telling her to come in the house. She's like, no. Because JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses.
Okay.
Stuff like that. The house wasn't even dirty, but to her, she's just a clean, real clean person. Okay. She's like, no, I don't want to go in people's house. I don't want to sit on their furniture and all that stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm right back. So I'm knocking on the door. My people's taking so long to come to the door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they finally come to the door as soon as I see her. As soon as I see my auntie, she went up and watched her. A whole bunch of shots going on. You know what I'm saying? Behind me. I hear a whole bunch of shots going on. So I get down.
Some people are kind of pointing out that, like, it seems a little bit strange. I mean, I've heard both sides. I've heard some people say that that's a normal thing. Some people of the older generation, they might not want to go in someone's house if it's too dirty, if it's a trap house, if it's a mess.
Bro, that's a true fact, bro. Nigga. My mom's just like that. Boy, your house dirty. She's not going in. And she gonna talk about your ass the whole time. I ain't even gonna lie. I remember she was acting funny. I think she was mad at one of my aunties. She said, I ain't going to that dirty ass house. I'm like, damn, man. So hurry up and go get what you're doing and so you come out. I'm like, all right. When in there, I'm thinking in my head, like, our house ain't even that clean ourselves. Like, what you talking about? But that's a serious thing.
If she didn't want to go into the house that it was dirty, and she waited in the...
Well, this white boy probably never had a dirty house, bro. I can't. No, you can't see shit, Ross. You probably came from a household, both parents and both moms. It was totally awesome. You had a special encouraging childhood. Yeah, Ross. Bitch ass. Some shit he say piss me off sometimes. Y'all have somebody say something that just rub you the wrong way. That's how I be feeling like Ross sometimes. Knowing he'd call the police. I just want to smack him. He probably cool as fuck in real life, y'all, but some shit he say that make me want to smack him. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
She was in the car. Okay. She was in the car on the street. So my cousin ran out with the gun or whatever, and we ran out in the front to see what's going on and to get somebody up on us. We gonna get them off us. So once we got outside, once we got in front where they was at, my driver gone. There's no cars out here. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. Let me ask you. So you had to get it to the back door or something? Yeah. Okay. Okay. The side door. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But basically, I don't even know what's going on at this point. Okay. So we in the front, I look in the street. I don't see no glass in the street. So I'm like, oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying? That's probably some, I didn't even think this had nothing to do with us. Okay. You feel me? Right. But my cousin still came out there with a gun though. So I was cool with going out there. I'm like, I ain't see no glass in the street. I'm thinking they heard some shots and pulled off. Okay. So now I'm mad now. Like, y'all heard them shots, why y'all leave me over here? Right. You feel me? You could at least call me and told me, like, there's too much going on over here. Come on, we gone. I'm saying to my driver, they called me, like, they told me what happened. So basically what happened, they walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas opened my door, trying to get at me. End up hitting her up. What they hit her on the body?
So again, this is just another aspect that I think has sparked a lot of conspiracy theories. They're saying he opened up my door and tried to shoot at me and got hurt. Now, I think that there's just a whole bunch of stuff where it's just like...
fool. Stupid white boy. He's saying niggas seen the car. Probably seen it over there. And they were like, oh, this is a lick right here. Like, I know he lacking. I know he don't ride around with it. He just said he don't ride around with his gun. They probably like, oh yeah, they ain't see no security out there. They ain't see his truck. Probably seen his car. Ran on that bitch real quick, opened the door trying to rob him. He wasn't in that bitch. She probably knew the motherfuckers did it. They did fuck it. And you know, let off on her. Crazy.
Whoever they were, would have been trying to get to him. But on the other hand, it's kind of like you're overly cooking that it was you. Who knows? Like, why couldn't it just been a completely random psychopathic encounter? That shit happens in America. Random psychos pull up with the sticks and try and do a mad thing. Not unthinkable that would happen, but it is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? So T Grizzley is definitely overly confident in the lyrics and in the interviews that they were after him. They wanted him. They even opened his door to get him and got hurt.
Girl, like on her side, in her arm. She get her face, man. Just all on her side. I mean, on the side where her heart at. Oh, yeah. On the side like where her heart at, too. So that shit was fucked up. She got shot like that before a long time ago with my uncle. Okay.
It's like T Grizzley's talking in the song about how did they see that it was her and still get her? They saw that it wasn't me and they still got her. They still shot at her. Why would you do that? And then in here, he's saying, yo, they were opening my door. They were coming for me. They were opening my door. He doesn't say they thought she was me, but he said my door. He's kind of inferring that, right? So it's kind of, some people are thinking those two things don't quite add up.
Oh, he just said his security.
And she got hit in the exact same place where she lived.
That's when motherfuckers trying to overread the story. He just said his driver called him. When he called him, he told him what happened. Basically, his driver told him, like, bro, they opened your door looking for you, see you wasn't there, and start shooting. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Because she went straight to the hospital. Okay. My uncle drove straight to the hospital as soon as it happened. But was she alive when she died on the scene? Or? I don't even. I think that no. She died at the hospital. She was still alive. She was still breathing and everything. She called me. She called you while she was shot. She called me. What'd she say? I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying. Oh, she couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But like niggas was coming for me because they opened my door. Okay, shooting the car. They hit her 8 times though.
So super confident saying they were coming for me. They were coming for me. He's super confident on that point. And I'm not denying that could easily be true, but this is where people are building conspiracy theories.
You have no idea where this came from? No, I ain't got no idea where it came from, but it didn't even matter where it came from.
It's like he, at the same time, he's got no idea where it came from, but it doesn't even matter where it came from, but also he's absolutely dead certain that it was for him.
I feel like everybody was a suspect. I feel like everybody was a suspect.
Everybody,
Yes.
Everybody?
So even if a person wasn't a suspect, if I didn't like that person, it was escalated. My dislike for them was escalated times 10.
It does feel a little bit like, you know, maybe a little bit of time's passed, maybe he's distracted by the video game, but it does feel a little bit like his responses are just a little bit unusual. Like they're not quite the sorts of responses. Like he's kind of like, yeah, I'm emotional. Yeah, I was going to slide. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's almost like if somebody really did come and murder your auntie, generally it's like, I pray that they don't go to prison. I want to catch them myself. I've really not heard a street dude whatsoever talk about, yeah, let the police handle it. Especially when he's talking about, they came to me. He's on the song talking about, they saw it was you and they still shot. How are you letting the police handle it?
I'm saying let the police handle it, so I just let the police handle it.
Because on the song you're talking about, you got a whole $1 million on the head of whoever did it, and now in this interview you're very casually just saying, just let the police handle it.
You can't just act on it. I'm saying let.
So, Ross, fuck you supposed to say in the interview right there. Yeah, then whoever come up with it, I'm putting money on their head, they getting whacked. They supposed to say that? He supposed to say that? Somebody got killed, he'd been in jail like Lil Durk, murder for hire. Come on, Ross, you a goofy. I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna agree with me. Ross, you a goofy. I fuck with your content, but you a goofy fuck.
It's funny. It's just for some reason this just really reminds me of the YNW Melly situation where two of his friends died allegedly. Allegedly, he had something to do with that. But I think what happened was I just think around that time, especially the period after Melly's friends passed away and before he got arrested, there was almost this it was sort of the way it was being communicated was yeah, they killed my friends out of jealousy, or they hate me, they don't like us, they don't like us. They're mad. They're jealous. I haven't really got ops out here. Now, I've not had enough time to look really deeply into T Grizzly street beefs, but from what I understand, so look, there's clearly a lot of bitterness. There's clearly a lot of animosity in T Grizzly's family. It's a very complicated situation, but obviously everything just went absolutely crazy when the news hit that this individual, okay, 600 Wu-Tang has been arrested for the murder of JB, also known as T Grizzly's aunt, because he was caught in Chicago with the murder weapon and cell phone data put him at the crime scene for 2 hours on the day of the incident. Damn. Now, this has been this big shock thing that's came out, but what's really strange is I managed to get my hand on the full paperwork, and the timeline of this doesn't quite, it's not that it doesn't add up, but it's this is old news. This is from actually 2020. He got caught with the gun 2 months after the murder took place, and then suddenly, it's taken a while for this to even hit the news. I'm a little bit confused as to why this has suddenly become breaking news right now, but at the same time, It is what it is. So let's take a little look at the paperwork that I've got for you guys here.
See, that's somebody else trying to put the little whoop out.
Run through this, and I'll just give you the updates and then a couple more theories before we wrap it up. All right. So on August 20th, 2019 at 9 p.m., Detroit police were dispatched to Buckingham and Mack Avenue for reports of a shooting. They observed a black Chrysler 300 parked on the corner. The driver was pulling a female victim from the rear passenger side of the seat. The female victim, who I believe they're talking about JB there, sustained multiple gunshot wounds, was transported to a hospital and pronounced dead. According to the driver, he'd been inside the car at a nearby location when an unknown black male opened the left side rear passenger door of the car, firing multiple shots into the rear passenger area where the female victim was sitting. The driver then drove the car away, called 911, and pulled over at a gas station nearby. Now here is where people start getting cooked, all right? People start getting charbroiled. At the nearby scene of the shooting, DPD officers located and recovered 12 spent 40 caliber casings. DPD officers also recovered and reviewed surveillance videos from the area of the shooting that showed a dark-colored sedan stopped in the area at 8:59 seconds before the shooting. They recovered 12 40 caliber casings and submitted them to a forensic lab for investigation. Okay. So it was all the way in February 2020 that the cops received notification from the labs of a potential lead, i.e. a potential association between a casing recovered from the crime scene of the JB murder in Detroit and a test fire casing from a handgun recovered 2 months later in Chicago, Illinois, a Glock 23 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun that was seized from Jermaine Whedon, who I believe is indeed this Wu-Tang from 600. And we're going to talk a little bit more about why he's relevant in a minute, but essentially they caught him 2 months later, and it took, nearly a year? Or it took a few months. We're going into February 2020, several months before they actually worked this out, right? So subsequently, in September...
See, what they don't know, bro. I'm going to put y'all on some street knowledge real quick. Pay attention. People do dirt with guns in Detroit. They didn't pay cheese for this gun. Street guns at that. You know the price of street guns. You feel me? So just imagine, let's say for instance, folks, I paid $600 for a motherfucker. I'm gonna say a G19, even though that ain't the price. Let's just say I pay $600 in the streets. I get busy with that motherfucker. You feel me? I ain't about to just throw this motherfucker away. I just paid cheese for this motherfucker. Y'all tweet. You feel me? Guess what I'm gonna do? Call my people who, yeah, what y'all got? Let me see. Call my couple of my guys. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got that. All right, bet. Come get these motherfuckers and bring. They gonna come with a bag of woo wops. Give them the bag of woo wop. Our hot boys go to there. They hot boys come here. You feel me? Now whoever get them out there, that's their business. You feel me? Whoever get they guns out here and get caught with it, that's their business. You know that's, man, come on, that's how it go, man. That's how it goes. So if he had a gun that killed her, you feel me? Niggas don't throw away guns. That boy just got shipped over. So he probably bought it off the streets from somebody who came and got the package, bought it off the street, like, oh, this motherfucker cold. It got caught with it. And now they're trying to talk about, oh, he was in Detroit. That, bro, stop being goofy.
2020, the firearms examiner conducted an analysis of the shell casings that were recovered at the scene of the JB homicide and identified these as having been fired in the same firearm as the test casings from the gun that was seized from Whedon in Chicago. So he was basically caught up, all right? He was basically caught up. And this is where things get really ridiculous, right? So further investigation revealed additional evidence connecting Whedon to the shooting in Detroit, including the following, all right? So Whedon was arrested by Chicago police in October 19, 2019, when he was in possession of a stolen rental car, a blue Nissan Versa with a New York license plate. The car was a Hertz rental car that should have been returned on August the 24th. That's just a few days after the murder, bear in mind, all right? Hertz filed a stolen vehicle report in September 2019. And the appearance of that car is consistent with the car seen on the surveillance footage seconds before the JB homicide, all right? And they're saying that they looked at the license plate details. They used the Michigan license plate reader cameras, and they observed the car, right? They observed the car traveling on a day prior to the homicide. They observed the same car traveling, I believe, after 2.5 hours after the homicide. And basically,
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no feedback on that. But all the feedback I got, that happened in 2019, folks. He got caught 2019, 2020. So, y'all told me it took 5 years to build that case? 5 years to build a case. And y'all believe that? No, they just trying to trap T. He been making too much money off this video game shit, folks. He been making too much money off his music. He didn't got shit going on, outside the music. And they don't got their hands in it. So guess what? They want some of them M's back. Like, yeah, they want them M's back from T. That's all this is. They want them. This shit happened 2020, 2019. 2025 right now. They want some M's. That's all it is. Like, look, you made too much money, folks. Uncle Sam got his cut, now we want ours. Who is we? Them people at the top. Them is we. Yeah. The people at the top. They want some money. They ain't broke. They just could do shit like that. They just want it because it's you. You feel me? I want it because it's yours. I'm not even hungry. I just want your food because it's your food. Oh, bro, that's the game.
It's not looking good, right? This is really not looking good. He was on probation at the time of the homicide, so that's already making things look even worse. And at the time of his subsequent arrest, when he was caught with the murder weapon. And on top of that, in March 2020, so after they've linked up the gun that they caught Wu-Thang with to the murder of JB, they then they issue a search warrant to AT&T for his phone number, including the call detail records and cell site info, and they find that the subscriber for this phone, they get all of the cell site data, and they basically say, based on the cell phone, he traveled to Michigan from Chicago on August the 19th, the day before the homicide. They connected his phone to cell tower near the crime scene at the time of the homicide. So they got him traveling there, they got the car, they got...
Maybe, all right, look, all right, folks, say. Maybe he was trying to backdoor T, you feel me? The Chicago niggas get mad quick as hell, so maybe T did some shit when he was out there. And Doggy Bone was mad, you feel me? It was like, shit, like, man, I'm about to get this nigga T. And shit, you feel me? Shit happened like that. He knew he had to do something because he probably took her out. Like, if it was him, he probably popped her out because she knew who he was. You feel me? And he knew, like, all right, she know who I was. T might put that bag on my head and off me, so let me, You feel me? Because she telling him, it was Wu-Thang. And that was, T was going to put a bag on. Just common sense.
Him in the area less than half a mile from the shooting scene on the cell site data. Immediately after the time of the shooting, they've got exactly where he traveled to. It's not a good look, right? It's just overcooked. And he ended up getting arrested 2 months after the murder. On October the 19th, 2019, at 2:06 p.m., officers from Chicago Police Department were patrolling. They responded to another officer's report of a male and a female sitting inside of a stolen vehicle. And essentially, they confirmed the vehicle was stolen. The cops pulled into the alley. They saw Jermaine Whedon and a female standing next to the very car, that stolen car, that Nissan Versa, with that number plate. And the cops approached. He fled the officers on foot. A brief foot chase took place, and they arrested Whedon. He physically resisted the officers, and they found the gun that fell out of his pant leg. It had 12 rounds of ammunition in it, and they searched the car. They found an extended magazine in the passenger side door, 26 rounds of ammunition with the exact... It's all just lining up. All the ballistics of the gun, it's all lining up. They got the serial number of the gun. They recovered ammunition. They sent it all to the forensic labs, and...
what that nigga Mac Muller say? Violation. Oh, bro. Chloe, get down. Violation, folks. You ride around a stolen vehicle. Know it's been hot. Knowing you just did a crime in that bitch, if you did that, and you got pole on you, violation, bro. That nigga finito. Finished, cooked, baked. What you talking about? All the above. Stupid ass nigga.
Everything's all been put into the ballistics information system and the database. So it's fully cooked, all right? And Whedon's got crazy criminal history. He's got several felony convictions. He's got aggravated unlawful use of a weapon and vehicle. He's got another conviction for unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon. He got 42 months for that. And basically, it's not looking good. In August, a special agent reviewed the history of that gun and that serial number, and they basically determined that the gun was manufactured outside Michigan, and it had traveled all interstate. It traveled in interstate commerce from its point of manufacture. So now you've got gun trafficking, now you've got murder, now you've got extremely serious crimes all taking place. And Peter, we're not even done. Okay, so this is Wu Thang from 600. All right, so they're saying that this is the individual. He's a Chicago.
Nigga, literally retarded.
You know, I don't know if OG is quite the right word, but he's affiliated with the crew 600. As you may or may not know, 600 is a notorious Chicago gang and crew. Loads of famous rappers and gangsters and all sorts have been affiliated with 600. You got Rondo Number 9. You know, that whole situation where the cab driver ended up getting killed. 600 is extremely close to O-Block. You know, King Von has been said to he technically was a 600 member because he was putting in so much work. You know, Lil Durk's got associations. There's Buka 600. There's all these guys that are affiliated. So Lil Durk's OTF crew and King Von's O-Block crew, and then 600. You know, LA Capone, Tay Capone, all these legendary members. All these guys are all clicked up. They're all connected. And, you know, how on earth has this ended up being a situation where T Grizzly's aunt has ended up getting killed by a 600 member, right? So once this broke on the Crime in the D subreddit, people are saying, what the F? Like, how? What is going on? They can't believe it. They're saying Wu Thing is currently arrested in Detroit as a suspect in T Grizzly's auntie murder. So I don't know whether it's taken 5 years for them to bring charges or these murder charges have just dropped. They've had the ballistics from years ago. Bear in mind that paperwork that I just read, I think that paperwork was filed in 2021. So this has just been sat there. This has only really reached the news recently. And everybody's speculating. Now they're saying, did Bro set the play on his auntie? You know, people are wondering, like, how is this even possible? People saying, I told you guys he set her up and you were acting like I was crazy. The streets did knew this. People are saying, you remember? I remember you were saying it in Reddit that he set the play on his auntie, and now I'm starting to believe it. And the reason why people say this, okay, people say, now I'm looking at the Satish video different, all right? So look, the reason why a lot of people think that this was something to do with T Grizzly is because actually, like, 600, that crew, they're very close with OTF, Lil Durk's crew, and T Grizzly actually appeared pretty prominently on an OTF compilation mixtape album that I'm just going to pull up for you now. So T Grizzly's actually got a bunch of songs with OTF artists, obviously, like Doobie Low here was, you know, very close to Lil Durk, very close to King Von. They've got this song called Hood Barchi, and on this song, T Grizzly is saying GG OTF, which is Grizzly Gang OTF. He's saying that our crews are locked in together, right? So he's basically, you know, just keeping it real. He's letting the world know that in 2014, despite, you know, this person allegedly from 600 murdering his auntie and him having, according to his song, $1 million bounties on the heads of the people that did it. Legendary guy, plugged in with that whole crew, and stuff like this. These pictures had a lot of people saying this was a backdoor. You got 600, you got everybody. Everybody's chilling with this guy Wu Thang. A lot of people are just saying, how is it even possible that T Grizzley is even locked in and friendly with these guys when stuff like that is going on? Okay, and with all of this going on, all right, people predicted this on Reddit years ago, and this set of DMs had been going around, right? So 5 days ago, someone's reposted this stuff that was posted here years ago. They're saying you might owe these guys an apology. So there was DMs that floated around from this Detroit Hits page on Instagram that had been reporting this years ago, saying JB, T Grizzley's manager and auntie, got killed by 600 OTF Buka, that backdoor and MF. People saying auntie got smoked by 600 Buka, like how? And then there's a bunch of old comments here, people saying, don't entertain this page, he's a weirdo, this is a load of cap, this is a load of garbage. Wasn't his real auntie, he was people saying he was hooking up with her. I don't personally believe that, but anyway. People saying they're telling everything. I don't think it's common knowledge. Ain't no way dudes in Detroit Hits knows who killed him. Has he got these people in his DM, but not who killed T's aunt? But people saying, damn, imagine if all this is connected with the Dirk case, like whoever was the informant is telling on even more murders. People are saying that T Grizzley Rico is coming soon. All of that stuff. And they're saying if the feds connect all this stuff and they find out T was paid to make this happen, it's gonna be extremely hot. So here's a post that was going around in the Chicago subreddit 2 years ago, right? Every day, that's literally damn near his best friend. The plot thickens. Someone on this sub said years ago that T Grizzley paid Buka 600 to take out the manager because of money and she was pregnant or something. Now it makes sense why Sada was looking like that at the funeral and stopped messing with him. So this was posted 2 days ago. People were saying T Grizzley just so happens to follow Wu Thang. The feds might be coming. There's way too many coincidences. To a blind man, everything adds up to it. Everything adds up. To T lined his auntie up. Why would Wu Thang, a Chicago native, be posted outside T's older cousin house for 2 hours, according to the indictment? It makes no sense. This isn't looking good at all because he wasn't into it with 600 and he's still locked in with Buka. Hopefully these are just coincidences. Snake emoji. Ain't nothing a coincidence. He's just a foul guy. People are going crazy, right? People are saying the feds are not coming for this. This ain't a Dirk situation. Everything ain't a Dirk situation. Look, I really haven't seen anything solid. I haven't seen any proof, anything substantial. And I will say that T Grizzley himself has come out. He's made a statement. This image is going around. This video is going around online. He doesn't really address any of the situations specifically. And a lot of people aren't buying it. But he's basically telling people, don't believe the internet, don't believe the hype. People will say anything on the internet.
That's not true. So you think can you fool by the fucking internet?
I think there's a longer version of that somewhere.
It's about to go around trying to clear up because it is what it is. As far as like, I ain't about to be entertained, bro. Especially when it's absolute nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But you do got a lot of people though that go to the internet and think that everything they see is facts. It's not a place for facts.
So now let's get to the more salacious stuff, all right? Yeah. So, I mean, look, realistically, if you want to equate the love of a family member to a romantic relationship, it's just because that's something you're looking for to make it more spicy, that's fair enough. It makes it so hard for me to have a real MCM SMH. I mean, that just could mean that he keeping her busy with the career and the industry stuff, all right? And saying you don't need one. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's romantically involved. That could just mean he's saying, yeah, I don't need you getting a man because I need you managing my career. I need you locked in with what we're doing, all right? People, that last comment, people are saying it's sus. They're saying, I'm messing with my auntie, but I would never say something like that. Okay, look, that one is a little bit extreme. But there's basically just like all these kinds of things going on. A lot of people are speculating that he had something to do with it, that he had blah, blah. Look, realistically, I've read the full paperwork. It's definitely looking a bit suspect. It's definitely looking a little bit strange. You've got people, T Grizzley is infamous for his GTA role. People are taking this to a whole new level. People are...
Alright, look, gang. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm getting sleepy. I'm guessing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm damn near falling asleep on folks. Ross' voice so irritating, bro. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all like, follow, comment, all that. You feel me? It's your boy, Big Q Reactions. Man, make sure y'all tap in. I'll let y'all later. I know what the fuck going on.
This game ain't a race, it's a marathon. You talking to the boss, I'm a trapper thon. They play me in the streets, I'm a rapper now. Certified street nigga, born trapper. Niggas quick to run they list, but they won't move a bag. You won't pick your man up, you see he feel all bad. Y'all still beefing over bitches.